Hello and welcome to the HGC or Hardcore Gamers Club, your safe spot for all things gaming. I had a guy call me, he took his box apart during a cleaning and he managed to get the faceplate fall off and couldn't get the cable back in. So I'm going to talk to you a couple of ways of one, how to remove it safely so that when you're cleaning around the box you can do that, and how to get it back in, because it's not an easy task sometimes, and for some people, especially if you got fat fingers like I do. Okay, so let's do that. I'm going to walk you through two ways to do it. Easiest way obviously is to take a T8 Torx driver and remove the RF, okay, and then put it back on. I'll show you how that plug works and how to put it in, and then I'm going to show you how to do it while this is on, okay, as well as how to remove it. So this all we're talking about today on this video, and I'm going to try and keep it as quick and short as possible. Forgive the focusing in and out because I'm not going to edit this video, but I will try to keep everything nice and crisp. Okay? Okay. So, on the RF board, you have, and this goes like this, okay? You have your ribbon cable connector. If you turn around to this side, you can see it. Let's give this time to focus. I think the lighting in here is just a little too bright now. Let me shade that a little bit. There we go. Alright. So, this part right here, when the ribbon cable's in it, it's closed like that. Okay, we want it to put it back in open and lifted. Okay, so it looks like this. See how it's kind of lifted up? That's flat, and that's lifted. Okay, so hold on. See how that just slides right in that? Alright, once you get it slid in, push it down and then slide it in. Now this outer ring here will slide over the back side of that, and that prevents it from actually coming off. So when you're done, it'll look like that, and there will be no twisting of this. On the board, or when it's on, it'll be like that's the way it'll be. So when your face comes off and you lean this down, to take this off, all you need to do is, if you got fat fingers like me, take a flat blade screwdriver, push that forward a little bit. Oops. Trying to look at the screen and this at the same time. Pull the tab from behind it, right? that, finish releasing it, and then the tab will come right out. Okay, and then to put it back in, set your faceplate right in front of it like as if it was going to go on. Grab this, right, twist it to match, and then you'll have to use both hands. Which is almost impossible to do with the camera in my hand, so I'm going to set that down right here. Let's see if we can't get that to show. Okay, now see how we got this out? We need to lift it up a little bit, like that. See how that looks with it straight out? Looks like that. And then you want to get it out of the way a little bit by lifting it up. This is very easy to do. Don't force it. Less than a feather will move it like that. And then you're going to take your ribbon cable, and let's take a close look at this ribbon cable. This is the side that should be facing you. Okay? This is the side that will be facing the RF board. You can see some very small contact points. I'm trying to get this here. You can see the contact points, but the side facing you is going to be all black with the blue plastic over it. Okay, so you know which way it's supposed to be facing, and make sure you don't twist it down here. So you want to pick it up from in there, and then very carefully just get that tab behind there. Work it in, push the thing a little bit, get that on there. Okay. I'm going to close it a little bit. There we go. And make sure that's all the way connected down, all the way closed. Now, if it's on there proper, there won't be any gap on this side. This loop will go all the way, excuse the focus, will go all the way around, nice and clean, and you'll see a little component here. It'll go down into the box, and when you stand it up right, that cable will have no twist whatsoever. Okay, see? No twist, and then that'll go back on just like that. Okay, you do have to put the upper case on before you put the faceplate on, and then these tabs will go up inside in between the metal and the plastic of the upper case, and then once that's together, then you can flip it over and put the 5 case screws in. Okay, so that's basically how to remove your board. You can use a very small screwdriver if you got big fat fingers like I do. All you got to do is just kind of very gently manipulate that plastic from the back side of that, very, very gently, and then very carefully pull that tab free, and then a slight, very gentle pull, and that will come right out. Okay, and then look here, I'm going to give you a top view. this clamp here will pivot out of your way a little bit. Really nice job. It'll pivot out of your way when it's open. Okay. And while it's pivoted out of the way like that, makes it easier to get, sorry about the focus, makes it easier to get, not with a camera in your hand, makes it a lot easier to get that behind it. You have to. If you have to, you can take this and just kind of pull it back like that so that it gives it a little bit of a bow. Makes it easier to go in. And then once you get it in there all the way, okay, let's try it this way. Okay, we got a little bit of a bow here. I'm gonna slide it up behind there. Make sure it's all the way in. Man, this is really hard to do with